Hi everybody, and welcome back to As the Rooster Crows. Today we are going to make some rhubarb jam or preserves. I'm also going to be canning in another video just some rhubarb for later use for like pies and stuff. So let's get started. I also wanted to say thank you for my beautiful cup from the, I think it's Rhubarb Outdoors, but I'm not sure. Goberts is the name of the channel, Rhubarb Outdoors. So y'all can check that out. But he did one for me and one for Joe. It's pretty neat. I like it. Having my coffee in it today. So I'm cutting this up in different sizes. The 1-inch pieces from the other recipe was just too big. We didn't like that. So I'm cutting them smaller. Probably about celery size when you chop celery pieces. We're going to try that. Chunky's having a ball with his ball. I found it under the TV stand earlier, so he's a pretty happy boy today. Okay, I've measured out 16 cups of chopped rhubarb. Next we are going to measure out 4 cups of sugar. Okay, after you've made a mess, getting sugar all over the place, then you want to add 1.5 cups of water. Then you want to take 1 lemon and you want to halve it, and then you want to save the seeds and the skins. So let's juice this thing up. Okay, I juiced my lemon. And I did wash the lemon, so I'm going to chunk that in there too. Then we'll give it a mix. Then we're going to let this sit for 1 hour. Okay, once we let our rhubarb mixture sit about 1 hour or 2, it doesn't matter how long it sits, just long enough for it to draw out some of the juices. Then we're going to chunk it into an enameled canner or an enameled pot, whatever you have, just as long as it's not aluminum. And then we're going to turn this on high, and we're going to cook it for about 15 minutes, and then we'll lower it. So cook it for about 15 minutes once it starts boiling, and stir constantly once it boils. Once it starts boiling, we'll come back. So I have my canning jars in another pot heating up for once this mixture is ready. I can just transfer everything to the jars. So you might want to do that while you're waiting on everything to heat up, but you do not want to let this scorch. It would ruin the whole pot. And having the lemon and the seeds in here is supposed to take the place of using pectin. It is your pectin. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, this stuff is now boiling, so I'm gonna stir it pretty constantly for the next 15 minutes so it does not scorch on the bottom. thinking about adding some cinnamon to this. I bet that would be good. I love cinnamon. One other thing is, once it starts at a good rolling boil, then you want to turn it down to about medium-high heat. So I'm doing it between 7 and 8 for 15 minutes, stirring constantly. We're getting close to the 15-minute mark. It's starting to really thicken up and break down. Looks good. Alright, my 15-minute timer just went off, so I'm going to turn this down to low, and once it stops popping and bubbling like this, then I can leave it alone and let it cook for another 30 minutes, just stirring here and there. It looks really good though. Okay, I've checked my and it's set. So I'm going to start spooning these into the jars. By the way, I did put a teaspoon of cinnamon in here. Joe hates cinnamon. I love cinnamon. So I'm not going to tell him I did that. We're going to see if he notices. Alrighty, I have all of the jars filled. That was fun. As you can see, one fell over. Joe is out cutting a trail, a bigger trail. Turn these back on. Normally when I do my pressure canner, that back burner does not boil, but doing the water bath canner, it had a rolling boil going, so I'm going to leave it back there. Alright, last one. Then we're going to take our little magnet doohickey, get the lids on. So we've got 10 jelly jars. Alright, May. We'll get you going in a minute. I know. Alright, now we're going to get these jars back in here and get this going. Alright, we're going to get this going back to a rolling boil, and then we're going to let it go for 15 minutes. Okay, y'all, we got a rolling boil. We're going to let this go for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Alrighty, y'all, it's been 15 minutes. I forgot to put vinegar in the water, so these jars are just going to be so nasty now. Ten jars, rhubarb jam. So if you make this recipe, everybody, let me know what you think. Joe tasted a little bit of it and said that it was really good, even with the cinnamon in it. And he knew that there was cinnamon in it. But let me know what you think. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and thanks for watching.